This is your Marine Corps Installations West Regional Roundup for the month of January 2017. January 1st, 3rd Marine Aircraft Wing releases a year in review on 2016. January 6th, Camp Pendleton Public Affairs releases a 75th anniversary video on the beginnings of the base.
Marine Corps Base Camp Pendleton, a place that has played a pivotal role in American history. Spanish explorers, colorful politicians, herds of thundering cattle, skillful vaqueros, and tenacious Marines have all made a mark on this land. As the saying goes, the more you sweat in peace, the less you bleed in war. It is a place where Marines are trained. It is a place where battles are won.
Camp Pendleton's history is very deep. It goes back to Native Americans, the people who occupied this land before us, to the Spaniards coming out and discovering this land and finding a way to situate their missions and to build communities in San Diego and throughout California. This is pretty much the beginning of it.
On January 9th, Marine Corps Air Station Yuma compiles a video displaying the 6 functions of marine aviation.
Runners on the ground. That is the only reason we exist. That attitude, that approach, that philosophy, whatever you want to call it, has a significant and direct impact on the way we organize, train, and equip. You're here for the train part. That is the way we fight. This isn't about you. It's not about you getting an MOS. It's not about you getting a patch or a certificate. It's not about your type model series or what you do in your specific functional area. It is about the MAGTAF. The fact is, the Marine Corps is a light, general-purpose force. We intend to chew you up and use you to make us a better Marine Corps.
Also on January 9th, F-35B Lightning IIs with Marine Fighter Attack Squadron 121 began their flight from Marine Corps Air Station Yuma, Arizona to Marine Corps Air Station Iwakuni, Japan.
So it's the first time that any fifth generation unit, fighter unit, has moved and been permanently based overseas, specifically in Japan. What it does above and beyond legacy platforms is really gives you additional capability regarding SEAD, which is suppression of enemy air defenses. In addition to that, it just has a radar that can see a lot further and can do a lot more things than legacy radar can do. And so it's just a unique capability that that portion of the world has never really seen in a strike fighter aircraft. It's going to benefit all of our allies over there. We're going to work with them, and not only we'll make them better, but we'll also make the rest of the Marine Corps fighter community better over there. What our jet brings, it shares that information. So even the legacy Harriers and Hornets that are over there right now, we'll work with them on a daily basis and just make the Marine Corps more lethal, period. As Marines, we're all about being forward-based, having a forward presence, and really there's nothing better than being out there on the leading edges in Asia, right there in Japan with our allies to be ready to do whatever we're called upon to do.
January 14th, Camp Pendleton Combat Camera takes a look at the march of 9th Marine Regiment and the 1st Battalion, 12th Marine Regiment from Camp Elliott to the newly established Marine Corps base Camp Pendleton in September 1942. On January 17th, Camp Pendleton Combat Camera details the history of the Camp Pendleton logo.
Looking around Camp Pendleton, it's hard to miss the T&O logo adorning everything, from government vehicles to chow halls. But what does the symbol really stand for? In 1841, Pio Pico was the governor of Alta California. He and his brother Andre were awarded a land grant for 133,441 acres, which became a working cattle and horse ranch known as Rancho Santa Margarita y Las Flores. It is customary in the cattle industry for ranchers to brand their livestock with a unique symbol for easy identification, as their herd grazed vast areas of land and could not always be supervised. There are many local legends depicting how exactly the flying T and hanging O became the brand for the rancho. Some say Pio Pico modified a neighboring ranch's brand to claim its cattle as his own. For the next century, the rancho changed hands many times but retained the same brand for its cattle. In 1942, the United States Marine Corps purchased the land and everything on it for $4,239,062. Although the rancho would be repurposed as a training base, the Corps vowed to maintain visible ties to the past. They received permission to use the T&O as their base logo, and as they say, the rest is history.
January 19th, Marine Corps Air Station Yuma covers the F-35B Lightning at Marine Aviation Weapons and Tactics Squadron 1. On January 20th, Camp Pendleton Public Affairs highlights Camp Pendleton's 2016 Male and Female Athletes of the Year.
2016 Marine Corps Base Camp Pendleton, sponsored by our sponsors at USAA Athlete of the Year to Colonel Steve Harmon. Lieutenant Captain Select Molly Hepton, Athlete of the Year 2016. Congratulations.
Being named Marine Corps Athlete of the Year is such a huge honor. I'm so grateful to MCCS for the sports program and all of my teammates. And I know a lot of people who've received this award in the past and look up to them. They're all phenomenal athletes, so I'm very honored to receive it.
It feels absolutely awesome. There's a lot of people this could have gone to. Obviously, there's a lot of great Marines out there, a lot of great athletes. So for me to get this honor truly is.
January 20th, Camp Pendleton flooding creates traffic issues as roads get closed off, but on January 24th, the roads are reopened. January 23rd, Camp Pendleton Public Affairs takes a look at Camp Pendleton's involvement in World War II.
Marine, from the English adjective marine, meaning of the sea, from Latin marinus, itself of the sea. The United States Marine Corps was America's amphibious spearhead for World War II. Its mission was to assault and capture enemy-held islands in the Pacific campaigns. The Marine Corps pioneered the tactics and techniques of one of the most challenging forms of warfare, amphibious assault. The 6 Marine divisions that served in the war fought, bled, and died in some of the toughest battles in the long, brutal history of warfare. During the war, the Navy Marine Corps team projected force across vast ocean expanses during the island-hopping campaigns. But no matter how large the fleet, victory was only assured by the Marines on the ground.
In the interwar period, the Marine Corps, as part of the Navy's revising war strategy, went from being a defensive force defending naval bases to an offensive force that developed amphibious doctrine. What Camp Pendleton did in World War II was provide the real estate for basic training of the units after recruit training, and then forming the supporting units like artillery, motor transport, amphibian tractors. All of that was done here as well. So when the war began, the Marines were the amphibious experts of the U.S. forces. But the first offensive action was by the 1st Marine Division at Guadalcanal in 1942.
On January 24th, Marine Corps Air Station Miramar releases a public service announcement on the importance of trust and respecting diversity in the Marine Corps.
The Marine Corps is more than an elite organization. Its success was built on the strength of the individual character. Marines have succeeded on the battlefield because of the unique trust that is formed within the team. Without this trust, the individual and the team will fail. Every level of leadership at MCI-West Miramar must foster an environment of trust and cohesion. It is important for us to remember that everyone in our diverse organization has something important to contribute to the fight, no matter who they are, where they came from, their color, religion, or their sexuality. Because in the Marine Corps, we only have one priority: to win the fight.
And on January 24, Camp Pendleton Public Affairs covers the Volunteer Income Tax Assistance Center aboard Camp Pendleton.
Thanks, everybody.
The VITA Center is a Volunteer Income Tax Assistance Center, and it's essentially a center that provides free federal and state income tax assistance and preparation for all active duty service members, their families, and retirees. It's the only place on Marine Corps Base Camp Pendleton and in Oceanside that provides 100% free tax service to these groups. We think it's important for Marines to utilize VITA because our services are 100% free to all Marines, and thereby ensuring that Marines and their families can save more money and can get more money back in their pocket at tax time. A lot of times Marines will go out and pay a third party to do their taxes, and while doing so, they'll pay hundreds of dollars in tax preparation fees. Here at VITA, we never charge a fee for anything we do, regardless of how simple or how complex the return is.
Reporting from Camp Pendleton, Lance Corporal Emmanuel Necochea.